Hey guys, welcome back to Magic TV. My name's Craig. It is 9 o'clock, which means it's time for a video. And today I am back with the always awesome, absolutely incredible Jess Howard. Now, this is part of the Jess-umentary. If you don't know what the Jess-umentary is, what rock have you been living under? Basically, Jess is on her way to becoming an incredible, successful magician, and she's currently at school. She's 17, and she's in the Young Magicians Club, which is the youth initiative of the Magic Circle. And we are going through literally all the different steps that you need to go through to go from literally having never performed before to being a successful magician. And that's what we're doing right now. And I advise you that if you're wanting to make the leap to being a magician, whether it be full time or part time, go and watch the episodes in order of the Jess-umentary. There's a playlist, and you'll see exactly where we've started and where we are right now. But this is not me talking. This is all about Jess talking. Jess, how are you doing?
Pretty good, yeah.
Yeah,
How are
you
you?
good? I'm
Yeah.
great. I'm great. I'm excited. Before we even start, we need to say J Day's coming up in just a few days' time. We're filming this on the Wednesday evening, and on the Sunday, it's J Day. We've mentioned this before on the Jess-umentary before, but the basic idea is J Day is the convention for the Young Magicians Club. It's a convention that's literally just held for 10 to 18 year olds that are members of the Young Magicians Club at the Magic Circle. It's held at the Magic Circle headquarters. You have a incredible gala show. You have dealers are going to be there. You have uh, lecturers. You have two lecturers. This year, you've got Lloyd Barnes, who never lectures. How you've managed to get him out of Wales, I don't know. And you got Jackie Yu, who all the way from California. And then on top of that, you've got the finals of the Close-Up Magician of the Year and the finals of the Stage Magician of the Year. And this is going to be your final J Day because obviously you're turning 18 soon, and they'll kick you out. They literally throw you out the building and then bar you from coming in.
Yep.
So it's going to be your last J Day. So first of all, I'm guessing you're excited about J Day.
Oh yeah.
It's the best lineup. Do you know who's on the gala show? I know that Lloyd and Jackie are lecturing. I'm guessing Jackie's on the gala show. It'd be nuts to have him there and have him
Yeah.
not on the gala show.
Oh, there was someone I think I don't know exactly if they were in the gala show, but I saw a list of people who I'm guessing are in the gala show if they're not lecturing and the other yeah, if they're not lecturing. And there was someone who I was really excited about, but I can't remember who it was now.
Right. I'm glad. I'm glad. I'm glad they made such an impression on you, Jess. That's.
Wait, I've got it up. Uh oh, Taylor Morgan, the guy from Blackpool who was in the one competition, I think.
Oh yeah, Taylor's great.
Yes. I can't actually get the whole screen to load, so that was the only one I could see. But I think that was the guy.
Wow, that's amazing. That's amazing. Well, how let's talk about your role in this convention because you are obviously going to be in the stage magician of the year, which would be a very cool thing to win, and also, as well as being a very cool thing to win, it's a very cool thing to say on your social media, I'm the Magic Circle's Young Magician of the Year 2025. That's a very cool thing to say. To be honest, even just getting into the finals is something you should shout about because as part of being in the finals, you're going to get a video of your act. You can share that everywhere. That's a cool thing from a social proof point of view. You should, regardless of what happens, you should pat yourself on the back because you've got into a situation here where this is great social proof. This is a great thing to say on your website and on blogs and on social media, regardless of how you do. Although obviously you're in it to win it.
Yeah.
So let's talk first of all about the competition and let's talk about how you've been doing on the run up to the competition. Because last time we spoke to you, it's a little bit like a cliffhanger from one of those soaps like Coronation Street or EastEnders. You know, all of your dresses have fallen apart. You were desperately trying to figure out a
Oh,
way to fix them. We were in a bit of a nightmare situation. 3 weeks until the competition. Now we're 4 days until the competition. Please tell me the dresses are still not falling apart.
good news. They are not. I've completely replaced the last two. Um, and the first four, they're like just about okay for the competition. But yeah, the last two are actually looking really good. And the second to last one's the one I was making myself, which I managed to do in time. And I also managed to prove my mother wrong, who was like, "You cannot sew a zip onto a dress. It would be too difficult." And I did it perfectly first try. But there we are.
That's what daughters are there for, to prove their mom's wrong. I
Yeah.
know this from Thea. That's literally your job in life, to
I
prove your
was
mom
I was
wrong
so
over and
happy.
over again.
Yeah. Not even happy about it working, just happy that I could prove her that I can sew a zip. But yeah, that works really well. And it looks I'd say it looks better than the old ones as well, even when they were working, because the last dress is gonna be like it's more of a top and a skirt. Although the way it falls, it kind of like looks more like a dress, but either way it's pretty cool. And it's like goes all the way to the ankles. So
Nice.
it's pretty nice, yeah. I'm quite happy
Excellent.
with it.
That's amazing. So, and have you been working on some of the points that we said about the act? Have you been working
Yeah.
on that side of things? How is the actual, how much rehearsal have you done in it? Is it just fixing costumes, or have you been working on the pacing and the delivery of the performance?
I've been working I'd done a few without any props, like, before last week, but then on Saturday, ever since Saturday, I've been practicing the actual full act loads, like, all of Saturday, all of Sunday. Didn't do any on Monday, and then I did yesterday evening after school, I did, um, another couple of run-throughs, and I'll do more obviously tomorrow, Thursday, maybe not Friday, because of my birthday, and then Saturday, I'll do
Oh, it's your
rehearsal all
birthday
day.
on Friday. I didn't know. Happy birthday to Friday.
Oh,
Have you
thank
got
you.
have you got
Um,
something nice planned?
uh Just gonna do some stuff with friends during the day, and then we're going to watch Ben Hart in Newbury in the evening, so that'll be good.
That's
Um,
great. Ben's amazing.
yeah, so doing lots of practice already, which is good. Not quite as early as I wanted to have, but it is going well, so that's good. And in terms of what you'd said before, um, the first quick change where you said to about going off the stage and not being the best, I tested things out with like using a third hand and doing like a cloth like more traditionally, and it
Mm.
wasn't like the best, but I've instead of going off the stage, I'm getting the confetti cannon now from like behind the book area and
Yeah.
doing that, and then doing the quick change like behind the book instead of going off stage, so it's kind of tying that into the that part of the act as
And
well.
how is that looking?
um I think pretty good, yeah. It looks, I wouldn't say it's like, it's definitely better than going off stage, but it's not the best change in the act, but it's also definitely better than it was, I think. Because it looks like I'm still very much on the stage doing it.
Okay. Okay, that's
Um,
good.
the manipulation balls, which look like disco balls, the way you said like kind of to stop dropping them on the floor, just on
Mhm.
from like a competition point of view, I'm like trying to. There's It's about 50-50 about whether at the moment with my practicing whether or not it's actually working or not. But the aim is to, where I don't know if you remember because it's quite a while ago, but at the start of the act with the white balls, there's like a gold box on the stage, which I drop them into.
Yeah, I remember that.
That's that gets pushed kind of to the front of the kind of like the right side of the front of the stage. So I'm aiming to drop those balls into that box. So it's yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
So
that
that's
makes sense.
they're the main things that have been changed, really. I did experiment with the cane now will start on stage instead of off stage.
Okay, that's
Um,
good.
but I experimented with having a second table with different loading, like a savant. Oh, I can't I
Yeah.
can't say it, but and it didn't work as well because I've had to I'm just trying to load a bit more smoothly behind the book instead because it's not. I think it was worse. It looked worse when I was testing it. But yeah,
Okay. Okay.
that's
Well, that sounds that
changes.
sounds really slick. Most importantly, are
Yeah,
you comfortable with how it looks now? Are you is it because ultimately at the end of the day, the most important person in this act is you, and
yeah.
making sure that you feel good about it.
Well, there's obviously bits which need a bit more practice before Sunday, and they're still going wrong a few times. Like the second to last quick change, it is really quick now, but I've not quite got the timing right with the movement yet. Like I'm doing the change kind of before I'm covered. So that's just a practice thing. But I think when I get everything perfectly slick, I think I'll be happy with it, yeah.
Cool. And I don't even know who's in the stage competition. I know it. I know Ryan and Thea are, and I know you are. Beyond that, I have no clue. But you feeling
Good
fairly
people.
confident? Yeah, good
Uh
people.
Not really. We got Arabella, Christopher,
Oh,
Jack,
shit.
um, someone called Ethan.
Oh
So
wow. I think I know Arabella, obviously. I know Arabella Crawford. I know are we talking about Jack Ranger Walsh
yeah,
and Christopher Doxey?
yeah,
I mean, he's one of the funniest people I know. I mean,
yeah.
he makes me laugh every time. All he's got to do is stand there and he makes me laugh.
No, literally.
And Jack is slick as heck, and Arabella is very good, like
Yeah,
very good. I think she's always in the stage comp every year. I mean, she's
yeah.
done brilliant.
Oh
I
yeah,
think the only person I don't know. Go on, sorry.
I was talking to her, and apparently she's never not placed in the stage competition at J Day. Yeah,
She's very good at coming up with like narratives,
yeah,
storylines that like really link into the magic. The only person I don't know is Ethan.
yeah. It's his first J Day. But he's very good. Yeah,
Oh, cool. Well,
probably. I
yeah.
don't know if he'll win, but he's definitely good competition as well. So
Wow.
I mean, obviously, Ryland and Thea, I'd hope.
Ah,
So
they'll suck. They're just gonna
yeah.
like mess around with a couple of bottles and whatever.
Big
Um,
dogs.
but no, it's a great competition, man. Look, regardless of what happens, you should be very proud of where you are. But wouldn't it be a lovely thing, considering the act is all about your journey through the YMC? Wouldn't it be great to be able to get, even if like just get top three, just a place? Wouldn't it be great to play? I mean, it'd be amazing to win,
Yeah,
but just a place, in your final J Day, that's great, right? That's what you should
yeah,
aim for. Shoot for the moon, and if you don't hit it, you'll hit the stars, right?
yeah,
Amazing, amazing. And the most important thing is don't get panicked beforehand. I remember
yeah,
at Rugeley, you were a little bit stressed out.
yeah.
Um, and in the first show, not the second show, you were more chilled out in the second show. But in the first show, backstage, you were a bit chilled out and you were a bit stressed out. And I think part of the reason is all your costumes are going wrong. Uh,
Yeah.
but it still looked amazing, and I think that's the most important thing. Don't stress out about it.
Thank you.
In fact, I only found out about this just before we started filming because Michael messaged me. But we now actually have the footage for Rugeley,
Oh yes, that's good. I was meant to ask you about that.
which I'm going to send over to you so that you can use it. But I
Thank you.
think as we've talked about this act so much, it might be nice for people to see it on this episode, the Rugeley act. Would you be okay with me putting that in there?
As long as it's the second show. Yeah.
We will make sure it is 100%. I thought the first show was great. And I told you that afterwards. I was like, that's amazing. And you were the first person I came running up to. I forget my own kids. You were the first person I went running up to going, oh my God, that was amazing. But I know you didn't feel it as much as the audience did because the audience loved it. But
Mm.
and the other thing is, like, just to remind you, I put you on first.
Oh yeah.
That shows you how much, but that's a hard act to be in going on first because, like, you set the pace for the rest of the show. But the reason I put you on first is because I know how good you are, and I had faith
Thank
in
you.
that act being incredible, and it was amazing. But yes, we'll put the second show on instead of the
Thank you.
okay. In fact, we'll play that footage through the magic of TV right now.
Makes a bit more sense to you. So, my love of magic sparked from my membership of the Young Magicians Club. So, I've decided to create this act, dedicated to my time there, which is unfortunately coming to an end next month as I turn 18. So, I've made a scrapbook of some of my favourite memories, opportunities I've had there. So, and where it's ultimately brought me today here at Rugeley. So, I hope you all enjoy. I joined the Young Magicians Club. Little did I know this would bring me so many happy memories and opportunities. I close my eyes and I can see a world that's waiting up for me that I call my own. Through the dark, through the door, through a
but it feels like home. They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say I've lost my mind. I don't care, so call me crazy. We can live in a world that we design. 'Cause every night I lie in bed, your brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. A million dreams for the world we're gonna make. There's a house we can build. Every room inside is filled with things from far away. Special things I compile, each one there to make you smile on a rainy day. They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say we've lost our minds. I don't care if they call us crazy. Run away to a world that we design.
Every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. A million dreams for the world we're gonna make.
However big, however small, let me be part of it all. Share your dreams with me. You may be right, you may be wrong, but say that you're bringing along to the world you see, to the world I close my eyes to see. I close my eyes to see.
Every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head.
A million dreams are keeping me.
A million dreams, a million dreams. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. A million dreams for the world we're gonna make.
For the world we're gonna make. I've been hearing symphonies. Before all I heard was silence. A rhapsody for you and me. And every melody is timeless. Life was stringing me along. Then you came and you cut me loose. Was solo singing on my own. Now I can't find the key without you. And now your song is on repeat. And I'm dancing on to your heartbeat. And when you're gone, I feel incomplete. So if you want the truth, I just wanna be part of your symphony. We hold me tight and not let go. Symphony.
So that was the act from Rugeley. To you, it's literally been 10 seconds, but to them, they've just watched the whole act. I just have to give a shout out to you that you've managed to teach yourself quick change. Teach yourself how to make the costumes. It's not like you've read 1,000 books on the subject. It's not like you've studied at the feet of Leah Kyle or something. You've literally taught yourself how to sew, because you didn't really sew and do seeming fashion and fabrics, whatever. You didn't do that beforehand. You've taught yourself how to do all of that, and you've created methods for doing quick change, and you've put that whole act together yourself, and combined it with manipulation, because most of the time when you see a quick change act, it's quick change. You've combined it with ball manipulation, cane manipulation. My virtual hat is off to you. It's amazing. Yeah, really, really good. Fantastic. Right. So we'll revisit the show next time. How is the website doing in terms of your website and inquiries and so on and so forth? Let's talk about that for a bit, because obviously we've been working on the website. We've kind of given it a bit of rest the last couple of weeks. We've been talking about other stuff, but how is it looking?
In terms of inquiries, nothing.
Okay.
But this week I started well, maybe last week, but since last time I started the blog.
Okay, good.
What I posted for the blog was just the first thing which I had in the about section, the kind of story, and I've also started writing another blog to post in maybe a couple of weeks from now.
Good. Yeah.
But yeah, I've added like the Google review link, and I've also got one of my friends to write a Google review just to get it sorted a bit. But in terms of inquiries from the website, I've not had any.
Okay. Well, it will happen. We will.
Yeah.
Have a stupid question. You have tested the form, right? So it does.
Yeah.
Okay. I worked with somebody once, and they were like weeks into it, and they were getting no inquiries. And I was like, you should have had some by now. I don't understand. And then we realized that they hadn't tested the form, and they were getting loads, but they didn't even know about it. So okay, good. Okay. So you've got. Have you got Google Analytics set up on your website, or is that I don't know. You're using Wix, aren't you? Have you got Google Analytics set up on your website? It's free.
Is it something I would have had to add myself?
Pretty much, yes.
Yeah, no then.
Okay, hang on. Let me show you something. So I'm going to tell you about something called Google Analytics here, and we won't get into too much depth of it. You can look at it yourself and then tell me if you've got any problems. But what it is, boom, is this is it. So you're going to go to, developers.google.com/analytics. So analytics for beginners and small businesses, that's you. And as you can see, it's going to have pop-ups come up that's going to, what is your level of experience with Google Analytics? So you could say, never used it before, boom. And it's going to come up and it's going to help you. Right. Okay. So let's just watch this video very quickly if it's not too long. Yes. Have a look at this.
Welcome to the Google Analytics training course. I'm Krista Seiden.
And I'm Matt Landers.
And we'll be your instructors throughout this course.
In this course, we'll go through the basics of Google Analytics and walk through the steps to create a new Google Analytics property.
We'll also show how you can validate that you're collecting data and ensure that you've got the basic setup in place.
Let's get started.
Happy measuring.
Oh my God, they're so cheesy. Just please go away. So basically what we have here is we have, I'm just going to agree to this. There we go. What we have is there's a lot of, I'm a big believer in teach someone to fish and they will eat every day for life. Give them a fish and they're going to eat for one day. So basically you want to watch these videos. This is like get started with Google Analytics, and you got a media player that you can watch that's going to go through all these videos. But in essence,
okay, now we're on the home page of our Google Analytics property. Now I've already created a Google Analytics account.
So what you're going to do, I'm not going to go through it now because it would be very boring for people to watch. But if you go through the videos, set it up like you did with Wix, and any problems, let me know. But effectively, this is Google Analytics. You create an account and you link it up to your website, and it's free. You're not going to pay anything for it. It's a thing that Google will do for you for free. Let me explain why it's useful. So what it will tell you is it will tell you everything about what's going on in your website. So it's going to tell you how many people visit your website on a daily basis, on an hourly basis. You can see where they're coming from. You can see the type of place they're coming from. Are they coming from an advert? Are they coming from a social media platform? Are they coming from, like when you write a blog, for example, and you publish that blog and you link that blog on Facebook, for example, and someone clicks on it on Facebook and goes through to your website and reads the blog, it's going to show you that they've come from Facebook. It's going to tell you what page they land on, whether they've come in on a blog page or they've come in on a video page or they're coming on the home page. It's going to tell you all of that. But most importantly, it's also going to tell you how long people are on your website. So it's going to tell you, okay, this person was on this website for this long. It's going to tell you if they went over to the page with the contact form on it. And it's going to tell you how long they were on that page with the contact form and what they did after they were on the contact form. This is vitally important because what we have now is we have a website. Great. We have a website and it's really good. Could it be better? Yeah. Have we got enough video on there at the moment? No. Have we got enough photos on there at the moment? No. But it's better than some people's websites that don't even exist. So it's a decent website. And we've got all this website in place, but now we need to know, and we've only just set it up. So you've not really done all of the SEO stuff that I've told you about. And, there's still a lot of that to do. But the ultimate goal is to get this website to rank. The ultimate goal is to get people to go onto your website. And the ultimate goal is once they're on the website is to fill in a contact form. That's why we put buttons everywhere that says, inquire now, check availability, all that sort of stuff. Of course, what we want more than anything is we want an inquiry. We want a lead. And the way to get that is them to fill in that contact form. So what Google Analytics will do is it's going to show you what's going on the website. So, for example, if nobody is going onto that website, if nobody is finding it, if your Google Analytics show that no one is going onto it, period, then the issue is that the SEO is a major problem because it means that no one's finding it. And as you know, search engine optimization, SEO, the whole point of it is to have you rank. We want your website to rank. We want people that search for a close-up magician in Wiltshire, for a stage magician in Wiltshire, for a homemade quick change act in Wiltshire. We want your website to rank so that when people search for that, they come through to you. If it's not ranking, if it's not showing, then that's an issue. But it's good to know that that's an issue because then we can fix that issue. So if we know it's not ranking, we can go, right, okay, these are the steps that we need to go through in order to get people to your website. And then you can monitor the analytics and you can go, okay, I've just done this. I've just done those with the meta tags. I've just published this blog. I've just done those with the key phrases and the keywords and so on and so forth. And over the course of the last week, I've tripled the amount of the amount of people who've gone onto the website. Great. So we're going to be able to see if the stuff that we're doing in real time is actually working or not. Very, very important. It comes back to what I was saying right at the very beginning, which is track everything. You track absolutely everything that happens with your website, not just with your website, but your inquiries, your sales, absolutely everything. You track everything. So if and it might be that you need to share stuff on social media. So it might be that you need to share your blog on social media. It might be that you need to work on your link building strategy. It might be that you need to get more people. You need to update your Google My Business. There's a million different things, but there's no point at the moment. We're kind of doing we have a problem. Well, we don't have a problem, but we have a website that nobody is visiting or nobody is filling in a contact form. And at the moment, we need to figure out what it is, but it's like the equivalent of walking through a room completely blindfolded. We have no idea what to look for. Google Analytics is going to help us with that. So if we find that people are going onto the website, The next thing we look at is, well, how long are they going onto the website? If they're clicking off immediately, if they're going onto the website and then they're clicking off immediately, we have an issue with the website, because we have an issue with the fact that people are going onto it, but they're clicking off immediately. It means that they're not seeing what they want to see when they go on that website. So then we need to look at the overall aesthetic of the website, and whether it's loading speed is something that we need to look at, the way that the website looks, what is pushing those people away from the second they go on. Then we can dive deeper into that, and we can go, okay, how many people are going onto which individual pages? Well, loads of people are going onto that page. That's not a great page for people to go onto, because there's no call to actions on that page, or there's no photos, or there's no videos. That's why people are clicking off. Okay, but what can we do about that? Well, we can change that page around a bit to make it so that it's more desirable when people go on it, and we can work harder on making the other pages rank. Then we kind of go, well, okay, well, no, people are going on the website, they're looking around, but they're not filling in a contact form. Well, then the issue is there. They're going onto the website. They're obviously staying around long enough that they kind of like what they're seeing, but they're not filling in a contact form. So then there's no sense of urgency. There's no fear of missing out. There's no push to inquire. But we don't know what it is. We've only just built the website recently. The website isn't doing what it's meant to do, but it's relatively early doors. I've never used this analogy before, and it's probably going to be a terrible analogy, but it's like buying a puppy. Bear with me, I'm going somewhere with this. When you buy a puppy, ultimately, the goal of having a puppy is that you want to take that dog on a walk. You want that dog to sleep at the end of the bed and keep your feet warm. You want that dog to give you lots of cuddles on command. When you go, here, Fido, you want the dog to come to you. When you buy a puppy, it's a nightmare. It's just going to piss all over your house, crap in your shoe, and eat your carpet, right? It's not doing what it's meant to be doing. We train the puppy, and then the puppy becomes the dog, and ultimately the dog does what we need it to do as long as we've trained it correctly. And this is a terrible analogy, but you get the point that I'm talking about. The puppy is your website. In this analogy, Jess, the puppy is your website. So
Yeah.
so your website at the moment is a puppy. It's not doing what it's meant to be doing. So we need to train it, but we need to know what to train it in. It's like, it would be like having that puppy in a completely dark room, and you know that you need to teach the puppy something, but you can't even see the puppy. I'm going to stop with the puppies because you get the idea that I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
The website is new, and we need to figure out what we need to work on. Obviously, ultimately, we need to work on everything because it's a new website. We're constantly having to tinker with SEO, search engine optimization. SEO is a long-term strategy. It's not a short-term thing. You don't just do it for a week and you go, there we go, that's my SEO sorted. You have to do it over a period of time. And if you stop doing it, it's going to drop the rank down. And the only way to get the rank back up again is by, focusing more on the website again. So, yeah. So what we need to do is the big goal for you, outside of winning the Young Magician of the Year and taking home the gold, that's your primary concern this week. But outside of that, your goal is to look into Google Analytics and set up watch those videos. It's a little bit like when you set up the website and I made you watch lots of videos on Wix, and you hated every second of it, I'm sure, because any normal sane person would. But it's useful because you understand it better than you would have done if I'd have just said, click this button, click that button. It's the same with Google Analytics.
Yeah.
So go onto the Google Analytics website, set up an account, pair that account with your website, watch the videos, and understand what you need to do. Because then when we have these calls, I can go, right, what did the website do? And you can go, well, I had 40 unique visitors that day and I had one inquiry. Okay, that's not bad. That's kind of like, that's okay. But what can we do to increase that? But we can't do any of that at the moment because we don't know. It's really important to track everything and at every level. So when inquiries start coming in, we track the inquiries. When bookings start coming in, we track the conversion rate. We also track the customer feedback. We track everything. That's the most important thing about running a business, Des. You track everything. You track everything.
Yeah.
Any questions on that? Does that all make sense?
No, I think that all makes sense.
Yeah, you understand the importance and the need for that and so on and so on.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Okay, good stuff. Brilliant. Okay. So how is the social media going? Because obviously that's going to be running alongside the website. Have you been able to keep on top of that to a certain degree?
Yeah, mostly. I'm trying to post at least a video every week, and I did the posts about I don't even know what's Rugeley,
Rugeley. Yeah.
Rugeley. Oh, I knew it was one of the two. And like the stage finals,
Yeah.
just with some pictures and saying like I'm through, yay. And a couple of videos as well. I didn't do a video last week because I was so busy trying to get my JD Act sorted that,
Yeah, of course. That's the most important thing.
but I'll post one on Friday, I think.
Have you at all? Do you have a LinkedIn account?
No.
You're wanting to do a lot of corporate style work, aren't you? That's one direction that you want to push.
Yeah.
I would consider getting a LinkedIn account.
Okay.
There's this thing called networking, and I know we've not really talked about networking. We won't talk about it now. It's a very long subject. But the whole idea of networking is meeting other business owners, building up relationships so that they will pass you work. It's called givers gain. If you give them business, they will want to give you business. We could do an entire hour on this, and at some point we will. LinkedIn is like virtual networking. It's a way of building relationships with other business owners and people that are sort of within the business world. LinkedIn is really just a social media platform, but for business owners and people that work within business, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's worth setting up an account. Now in the Netrix, because obviously you've got full access to the Netrix. In the Netrix, you've actually got on the silver level courses on LinkedIn, including an interview that I did with Mark Northall. And Mark Northall is a friend of mine. He's one of the top LinkedIn coaches. I just made something drop over there with the power of my mind. I hope you're impressed.
Sorry.
Mark Northall is one of the top social media coaches in the world. He's awesome, and he did a course on the Netrix, an interview with me, all about building a social media platform specifically to LinkedIn. So he talks about setting it up, why you should have a LinkedIn account, and so on and so forth. But if corporates is one thing that you want to do, it would absolutely be worthwhile setting up a LinkedIn account. Now, it's an easier thing to run than a Instagram account, because with Instagram you've got to sit there and you've got to think of a video and you've got to film the video, and it takes a while to do that. Although you can place videos like that on LinkedIn, a lot of it is building relationships up and showing that you're kind of active on that platform. I'll very quickly give you an example. Hang on a minute. Okay, so I'll very quickly give you an example. So I'm just going to share my screen for a second. And this is my LinkedIn page. Can you see that?
Yeah.
So you can just set up an account and go and watch Mark Northall's video. He'll show you how to do that. And you can have pages under there, but don't worry about that right now. But the whole idea about LinkedIn, you can post videos and photos on there, and that's absolutely fine. But it's about building relationships. So when you go to an event and there's somebody there that you think might be able to help you, like another business owner or whatever, you can connect with them on LinkedIn. You can say, hey, should we connect on LinkedIn? And it's really as useful as giving people a business card. And a lot of the time, what you do on here is you post stuff that other business owners will see that make you look like an authority in your field. So for example, if I go over here and I type into Google, I don't know, best wedding entertainment ideas. There we go. And see if there's a blog there. See if there's a couple of blogs. What have we got? Okay, here we go. Ashton Band. Ashton Band. Never heard of that. No, Aston Band. So this must be a band. I think. And they wrote this blog, Aston Band, I'm guessing. Maybe this isn't the best one to go for. Hang on, let me give you another example. Okay, let's use this. Warble Entertainment. So Warble Entertainment, I know that that's an entertainment agency, and they've wrote a blog, hundreds of unique wedding ideas. Okay, so the first thing that you can do in here is you can go in and you can search for Warble Entertainment. Warble Entertainment Agency. There you go. Warble Entertainment Agency. Now, what's really cool about this is you could follow them. So I'm going to follow them right there. There you go. I've followed Warble Entertainment. But they're on there, and you can see these are all the things that they post and all the things that they post about all their different events. But then you can see all of the people here that work for Warble Entertainment. So you don't just see the company, you can see all the people here. So all of these people here, and if I click see people, I'll see all of them. All these people here work for Warble Entertainment. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Now, on LinkedIn, you have first degree connections, second degree connections, and third degree connections. First degree connections are people that you are linked to, right? People that you have a direct connection with. So it's like the equivalent of having a friend on Facebook. Second degree connections are people that you're not connected to, but you're connected to, so you have mutual connections. Does that make sense? And
Yeah.
third degree connections are people that are connected to somebody that's connected to somebody that's connected to you. So I can see this person here is a second degree connection. So I can then go in and I can see that we've okay, so this person hasn't really posted on LinkedIn, so that's a bad example. But here we go. So I can see that this person here is connected, and I've got 4 mutual connections. I've got a bunch of mutual connections here, as you can see. I've got a bunch of mutual connections. So because I've got a bunch of mutual connections, I could click connect with this person, and then I could send an invitation, which is like sending a friend request, and I could add a note. I could just put something like, "Hi there. I see we have a number of mutual connections. I am a magician and illusionist based in the UK and would love to connect with you." And I can click send, and that sent a connection request to that person, right?
Yeah.
Does that make sense? So and you connect with people either by going through this process or going through the process of by going through this process or going through the process of meeting them in person and adding them that way. But if we go back to Warble Entertainment as where are they? There we go. If we go back to Warble Entertainment, you don't have to spend ages making videos for LinkedIn. You want to show that you're active on there. One of the ways of doing that, and by the way, when you go onto a company, you'll see lots of other companies that are similar down there. So it's a great way of getting in, looking up, researching other entertainment agencies and so on and so forth. But if I look at the posts that Warble have made in the last week, 2 days ago, they made this post. There you go. So I can like that, and I can repost it if I want to. Now, I can repost it just as a repost, or I can repost it with my thoughts. And I could just put here, for example, wonderful entertainment agency. Highly recommended. Why can't I spell? There we go. Highly recommended. Boom. And I can share that. Boom. Post. So now I've shared it. So it's a way of getting on the radar of various different companies that you might want to be a part of. Does that make sense? But if we go back to Warble Entertainment, they published this blog. And I can just copy the link to that blog. And this is the sort of thing that you want to post on LinkedIn. So I can start a post, and I can put something about just seen a fantastic blog by, and I can actually @ Warble Entertainment. So I can put in Warble Entertainment Agency there. So just seen a fantastic blog by Warble Entertainment Agency about wedding entertainment. Well worth a read if you are getting married. And obviously you can share your own blogs as well, the blogs that you're writing. And I can put down here, here is the link. Here is the link if you are interested. Boom, put the link in there. There it is. And what it'll do is it'll create a little preview thing and I can post it. Done. And now you can see I've added in Warble Entertainment and I've put a link through to their blog. So they're going to like that I've done that. And there's one more thing that I can suggest that, that's worth looking at. We'll talk about LinkedIn properly, and you can look at the thing on the, you can look at the thing on the Netrix as well. But one thing is, if you so for example, I'm connected to a person called Michelle Ibbs. Michelle Ibbs, who's an amazing business owner, an amazing networker. So this is Michelle, and I can see more profiles like Michelle, but I can endorse her. So if I know her well enough, I can endorse her. So I can see her skills and I can endorse any of those skills. Now, she's already got tons of endorsements already, but I can endorse her for any of these things, if that makes sense. So I can endorse her and I can write a recommendation for her. And you can request her services there as well, which is great. But it's very, 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 very easy to endorse somebody, and it works with magic as well. So Jay Blunt, who is a great magician that I work with. I could come down here and you can see he's got all this information here. And again, if I want, I can see everything. But again, you can see I've already endorsed him for a bunch of stuff. So you can see he's endorsed there. It just basically is a guy. All LinkedIn is it's a great way of building connections up with people. And you want to get into the habit of when you meet people at an event, you want to turn around to them and say, "Oh, should we connect on LinkedIn?" And if they say yes, it means that they're probably somebody you want to connect with. They're going to have some sort of business, or they're going to be in some sort of business that could probably help you, because most people that are on LinkedIn are the type of people that you want to connect with. So by saying, are you on LinkedIn? Should we connect? It's as good as a business card, if that kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to go through this anymore, but go on to the Netrix and go onto the silver level, look at the information on LinkedIn, especially from Mark Northall, and don't worry too much about it, but set up a LinkedIn account, because I think with the type of magic and the type of gigs that you want to be doing, it would be worth having a LinkedIn account, because that's just another way of generating leads to push through to your website.
Yeah.
Make sense?
Yeah.
Cool. Any other questions?
No, I don't think so.
You got no questions. That's amazing. Okay. Well, look, I've given you an awful lot to do this week. First of all, congratulations on everything that you've achieved. I'm going to see you on Sunday anyway, because obviously I'm going to be at the YMC as well. So I'll see you on Sunday. But the fact that you're there is incredible. The fact that you're in the finals with the people that are on that, I mean that's amazing. So, focus on that this week. All your focus goes onto the competition.
Yeah.
But then after that, look into Google analytics, thank you, and look at LinkedIn and get all of that set, and then we can really, the one problem that we have now is getting inquiries. We've got the website, we've got the social media, we just need to figure out, it's kind of almost like, we just need to find out what needs to be tinkered with, and then we can start having a big flow of inquiries, and before you know it, you'll be like, I guarantee you're going to be looking back at this in 6 months' time at this point, and you're going to go, I can't believe I wasn't getting any inquiries, and you're going to have a ton. It just happens over time, right? And it's just about making the right moves right now as opposed to making the wrong moves. And the right moves are sorting out the analytics so we can see exactly what the issues are so we can fix them, and getting that LinkedIn account up so that we can start building up relationships with other business owners and other people within the entertainment industry that can help you generate the type of work that you want. That's basically what we're going to do.
Yeah.
But until that can wait until after the weekend. Friday, it's your birthday, and you're going to go and see Ben Hart, so that's amazing. And then Sunday, you're going to go and win the competition.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Okay, Jess, you're absolutely amazing. Guys, if you've been watching this, wish Jess luck down below. Because yeah, she's in the competition. It's going to be incredible. So wish Jess luck down below. Let her know what you thought of this. If you haven't already checked out the Jess-umentary, please do so, because Jess is amazing. And we'll be back very, very soon with another episode. But until then, Jess, thank you one more time for coming on the channel.
Thank you.
You're more than welcome. Guys, my name's Craig. This is Jess. You have been watching the Jess-umentary, and I will see you again next week.